This is Kevin Canfield with part two of our series on race in America. And again, I'm still here with my friend Joseph Wood, the Deputy Secretary of State for the state of Arkansas. And in part one, we talked about the background for race in America. And today, we're going to talk about where we are today. And there's good and bad.
Sure.
Is there?
I will say it is. Clearly, we're far light years from where we started. I mean, where we were physically enslaved and physically torn apart from our families, physically removed from our cultures and language from Africa and starting here. But in a short time of less than 250 years, blacks in America has just made tremendous strides. Namely, the most recent events in 2008, 2012, we have our first black president with Barack Obama. And even beyond that, you have a billionaire by the name of Oprah Winfrey who starts this huge entertainment network where you can go into your sports, you can go into running businesses, whether it be a Bob Johnson or the Johnson family with the hair, health, and beauty aids. So again, in the world of education, in the world of sciences, aerospace with Jameson, blacks have continued to make strides and thrive on this American enterprise, this great experiment, I like to call it, of so many different cultures here in this country. However, we still have our opportunity. In particular, when you look at unemployment or employment issues in the black community, you're looking at double digits far beyond what the national average of 6.5%, 7%, and it's almost 14, 18% in black communities, especially for black men. If you look at pregnancy rates are much higher in the black communities. So is abortion rates in the black community. So education still suffers because again, there's this vacuum of real focus of responsibility, accountability. Coming out of the 70s, we come out with the Great Society, which were programs to kind of help facilitate what has gone through the civil rights piece. So education funding, Medicare, these were things that kind of help lift communities. In some cases, it has hampered communities. It has got people dependent upon certain programs and has enlarged as opposed to pull people out of and giving them a sense of responsibility to go out and do, if you will. So we still have some issues that we have to work through to continue to have a larger. Now, again, what I just shared with you is just a small part of America. We are over 350 million people here in this country. That's less than 40 million are black. And so, we have the systemic issues that are going on in the black community. It does permeate and go into a larger part of our U.S. base, our population. Whether it be, it's a cultural issue across the board. Education is not just an issue in the black community, it's an issue across the Latin community and our white communities. Drugs permeate all. So again, the issues that I'm discussing, while it is pertinent to the black community, it is a larger, when you're only talking about 13% of the population, you still got 83, 87% that we still need to be addressing. So
So this really kind of ties back even to when we talked about as the blacks came over to the United States, the one thing that was, two things that were kind of deprived from them. One was family structure,
That's
and the
right.
other was education.
That's correct.
And so those really continue to be big problems today.
Sure. Clearly, I mentioned some of the big wins, those who are thriving. They took advantage of, obviously, education. They probably, if you look back, you can probably see some support of family. But if we're going to continue to push and have everyone move, the whole country move, we're going to have to do more with our focus on the family, if you will, and really figure out this thing with education. The big answer would be, obviously, let's put more money. And again, I know we are not there at solutions, but it's not always going to be money. It's going to be some real roll up the sleeves and me take some ownership in this whole process.